Before we, this is the, this is the one I'm on, yes. It's about time. I've been waiting a hell of a time here to get on. It's 25 to 12. I thought I should have to have another shave before I got on, but never mind. So I enjoyed bits of it. And I mean the bits I understood. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought, before I start this little lecture, I thought I ought really to explain what I'm doing here in the first place, because as you perhaps know, I'm not I'm usually associated with a variety, variety comedian, music hall, and I'm not usually associated with these sophisticated wags and wits, these youngsters. And, I'm more sort of Billy Cotton, me. And, and so I thought I want to apologise in a way by someone dropped something. Well, I shall drop a few tonight, so don't worry. No, that's what they call ad-libbing. You never get that on this programme. Now, so, ladies and gentlemen, I was asked, it's rather funny because, I tell you how I happened to get on here. I was a little, what is today? Tuesday would be Tuesday. And I was at the hairdresser's, you see, and placing a bet. And with teasy. And under the next dryer was this familiar face. This face. And I thought it was me at first, and I looked, it was David Frost. And, the one who wears his hair back to front. And he, please. You want more money, it's earning enough as it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so anyway, he obviously recognized me. He said, hello, Tom. He said, I wonder if you'd like to come along and do a turn. Give us a turn, he said, on our, weekly show. That was the week that was. And I said, well, You see, I said, well, I thought if I stuttered long enough, he might mention money, you see, eventually. But the lips were pursed. Anyway, I thought to myself, well, I'll come along, I might earn a few bob, which, of course, means a lot to me, in a way, because Saturday night is my best night in my other business, my florist business, because... Well, no, Piccadilly Circus, I dress up as an old flower seller on a Saturday. And anyway, so I came along here tonight, and lo and behold, I saw the producer, this Ned Sherrin, and nice man underneath. And he, and listen, please. No, and of course, he said to me, confronted me. He said, I want you, he said, to address the nation on the budget. Because I know what he wanted, I know what he expected. He expected a diatribe of viciousness and satire, and knocking everybody, and being unkind, you see. And of course, that's not me. I mean, I don't approve of this sort of thing. I'm no good saying I do. I don't approve of it. I think if you can't find anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I mean, I'm more the lovable kind of comedian, Well, don't take a vote on it. And, you see, I'm not going to... And, of course, I mean, these days, in any case, you can't be filthy unless you've got a degree. And, No. So anyway, the thing is, in any case, there's nothing much to knock in the budget. You can't be bitter, because, I mean, obviously, Reggie, he's been very good. I mean, he obviously means well. And, I mean, and of course, it is, as some people moan, they say it's not a dramatic budget. Of course, not a dramatic budget. But then, of course, you see, I blame this show partly because... No, obviously, the Mac has taken Reg, you see, to one side and said, now, look, don't do anything that riles them. Because, don't do anything because this is the first year we've had to cope with that was the week that was. I mean, before, it's just a question of answering the questions of Robin Day. Just before, you see. And he's a strange man, isn't he? Funny man. Hasn't he got cruel glasses? Have you noticed? Cruel glasses. Anyway, it's Julie, man. Anyway, and of course, you see, obviously they've expected, you see, obviously Mac has said to Reg is that obviously, if we're not careful, we shall end up in that song they sing at the beginning of the show. The one, the one that Millie Martin sings, the one you can't hear the words of. And I mean, obviously, and he's obviously thought, and of course, I've heard Mac himself say he's very worried about Neddy. That's obviously Ned Sherrin, you see. And of course, would you mind if I sat down? Because I'm stood long enough. You don't mind? Bring the camera in a bit. No. I mean, the money they're paying me, I should be dynamic. Anyway. No, ladies and gentlemen. No, but, you see, of course, actually, what I had to laugh at in this budget was Richard Dimbleby. Oh, Dick, he's a lad, isn't he? He's a cheeky devil, I mean, there he is. Do you see him? No, did you see him giving the budget results? There he is. He sat there saying, well, he's only given away 10 million. He's only given away 50 million. Only 10 million he's given away. I mean, it's all right for him. We know he's got a son working. But I mean, 10 million. Because, I call this a children's budget. That's what I call myself. I call this a children's budget. I don't mean for children. I mean, for instance, if you have children, a lot of children, if you have 5 children, for instance, this eases your tax position, you see. Mind you, I do think this is a bit difficult. I mean, it penalises those who like to keep themselves to themselves. If you know what I mean. But you see, no, please. But people are so malicious. You see, I don't approve of all this gossip. People gossip. They're so eager to condemn. They're so eager to condemn. I mean, just because Reggie didn't appear in the porch waving that dispatch case, you see, this case. I mean, why should everyone assume that Caroline had it down the film studios? No, I don't understand this. I mean, in any case, if the girl needed it to carry these film scripts in, and they're very bulky, these scripts, and it's understandable. And in any case, let me tell you this. If, of course, this happened and Caroline did have this thing, you see, this explains a lot. Because, if she had the budget papers, of course, in the case, and he had to improvise in the house, the ad-lib, this explains a lot of things, and I understand this, And, it obviously explains perhaps why he just had a tot of whiskey, if the bottle was in the case. And this is what makes me so annoyed. This is the gossip. This man stands up in the house, old Reg, and this little tot of whiskey. Now, why should everyone say, obviously he was drunk, and that's why he gave away 250 million? I don't understand this. A woman said to me, she said, yesterday, she said to me, I heard that when he announced there was a £400 million deficit in the economy, a £400 million deficit, he actually looked happy, he smiled. Well, of course, obviously, if the man was drunk, he would look happy and smile, I know that. In any case, if you had a £400 million deficit, wouldn't you get drunk? Because I would. But the man I felt sorry for, honestly, the man I felt sorry for was young Selwyn. Because, but young Selwyn, who did the budget last year, he spent hours cooking up the books, last year. And then 2 months after, he's got the sack, you see. And I admired him. The way he bodged up those figures, and of course I believed it, Yes. I thought we were doing well too. And of course, you see, Selwyn sits there in the house, apparently during the budget speech, scribbling these notes. Now, why should everyone assume they're poison pen letters? It's this gossip, and I don't understand. I do not approve, so I don't... Of course, everyone blames Mac. Everyone, this is true. Everyone blames Macmillan for second half of government last year. You see, everyone blames Macmillan for second half of government, but you see, I don't. No, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't blame him. I blame her. No, I do. It's Dot. Obviously, Dottie, Macmillan, well, obviously what happened... No, stop. Because, no. don't. No, obviously, I mean, you can see what's happened. She's obviously got her knife into some of their wives, and they've had to go, you see. And you see, that's where Beryl Maulding, that's where Beryl's so shrewd. Because, I mean, you see, she and Reg have this farm down the country, this small holding down the country, you see. And so obviously what Beryl does, she brings up a few eggs and a bit of pork and a bit of, for Dots, you see, and keeps in. I mean, and with the cost of living, it's very understandable. I mean, I would do the same. And the man I don't understand, I must tell you, is Harold Wilson. Now, I mean, he seems a nice man, and he's backed up on television now, isn't he, a lot? He's more sort of. And I hear he's negotiating for a series. But I mean, but you see, he objects to the budget. I don't blame him. It's all these backbencher, they egg him on, you see. But I mean, you see, why should he object? If he's so sure of winning the next election, why should he blame Macmillan and his crowd for sort of paving the way? I mean, take the Schedule A business. I mean, at the moment you get Macmillan, and then there's a lot, they're living in the Admiralty, and Macmillan's got this Chequers place, and it's a lovely place, my beautiful place. It goes with the job, of course. And that's why he's hanging on to it, naturally. But I mean, you see, if they lose the election, of course they lose their jobs, and they all lose these government houses that go with them, you see. So naturally they're taking Schedule A tax off for their own houses when they get back into them, you see. Their own, it's understandable. I can see this point entirely, and of course, I admire Reg, because you see, Reg is shrewd. I mean, what he's given away in one hand, he's taking back in the other. And you take this beer tax. You see. You can brew as much beer as you like, in the bath and everything. You can brew as much beer as you like, you see. But what you'll do, obviously, is to put up the fines for being caught drunk in charge, you see. So, obviously, you'll get the more money back that way, you see. It's very clever. Oh, I admire that. In any case, I mean, let's face it, I have to laugh. I mean, they talk about the Reg giving away all this money. Giving away all this money. That's what makes me laugh. I mean, what it really amounts to is taking less. That's what it amounts to, is taking less. And time the rates have gone up and the fares, let's face it makes the whole budget null and void anyway, doesn't it? So that's what we're arguing about. Anyway, I'll leave you now, wishing you the best of luck to sort it out. And Reg, and the lot. Thank you very much. I hope I've helped you tonight.